Hello everybody, welcome to this amazing video of the Q&A that we've been doing for God knows how long. We are still trucking. In this video, it's very important that I remind you all that there are 2 more raffles to go, but I will not be drawing either of those raffles right now. I came across an issue with somebody who's from Canada who had won one of the cards that we were giving out for Xbox, and he cannot claim it. It is a true shame that I lost the card and he's unable to claim his prize, but we will work on some way to kind of give him something. He's worried about walking away with nothing. Which sucks for both of us because I'd rather somebody walk away with something. So if anybody knows of a way that area restrictions can be lifted, I would want to try to get the players some of the gems. If I could just drop it into their account, would be great. I don't know how that'd work though. I couldn't find any way to do it myself, and any cards I would pick up are limited to America only. So for moving forward for the rest of the raffle, I should mention PS4 codes and the Microsoft points are all area restricted. If you're not in America, you can't take the card. I don't know why it doesn't say on the card that it's limited to here, but it's all I got, and it's a shame. It's a shame. Really, it sucks. Because now I can't guarantee the card has worked because you can't claim it, but I can't, you know. What I will most likely do is, if I can get the gems to his account, I'll post like the card on Twitter for the first person to pick up, if that comes down to it. But anyways, enough wasting time, let's jump right into the Q&A and get this over with. We got so many more questions to go. Scoot up and get ready. What was the first Sonic game you ever played? Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Done. Where it all began is where I began. And what Sonic game is your all-time favorite? Sonic 1. It doesn't change, it's the same thing. How long did you think your Smite career was gonna last? Less than a day, but apparently it's still going. My Smite career hasn't ended. As far as I know, I still play the damn game. Don't feel it's gonna end. I put way too much money in the game to stop playing the damn game. So, with that being said, the Smite career is actually going pretty good. So good that I scare SPL players. They have to bully me to make me feel less than them. Who's your favorite Sonic character? I'm not even gonna answer that. Alright, let's see. Who is your favorite Smite god to fight against for fun? I don't have one. Just rather fight against gods. I have a list of gods I don't like to fight. Kali, Kronos, Scotty in Duel. Scotty's fine in Conquest. Artemis is a pain in the ass, and Huyi. Kronos, I already mentioned. Habois, that's another one. Freya. Those are gods I don't like fighting. It's just no fun. Like having very high tier gods in Duel just drains the fun of the game, because you have to work so much harder for something that's so basic bitch on those gods. Like hold the left mouse button after pressing 2. The best. Do you solely YouTube, or do you have a second job? And what do you do for your second job? I actually Twitch as well, YouTube, and I'm an accountant. I'm also actually a business manager. I run the accounting office now. I feel so good. Well, I'm kind of like under the top person, but I got my team and I do things. That's about it. What is your spirit animal? If I had to guess, it'd be a hedgehog, or maybe some like deformed thing of multiple animals. I don't know. I like animals. What the fuck is a spirit animal? I think people got them. I want to say hedgehog, or I want to be an adorable little hamster, or a rat, a rodent, something. I like rats. They're adorable, and they're big enough to pet. Hamsters too tiny. What god would you like to come next patch? I've got all the gods I want, really. Them adding gods are gods I've really never heard of. Scotty, Fafnir, all the gods that have come out recently. I'm just kind of like, I've never heard of you. Or, well, maybe I have heard the name, but their lore was never present for me or like really memorable, so I just tend to forget them. And you had me at Poseidon, and then you brought Habois, which I never heard of, but he's a water god, so hey, I was pretty good. Bring another water god in. I don't care who it is. I think Susanoo was a water god, kinda. I guess he does a lot of water stuff. I kinda like it. Eh. What makes Smite such a special game to you? It's not a special game to me. What is your least favorite voice pack to hear in the game? Ooh, it's between Jingwei. No, it's between 3 of them. Jingwei's basic one, which she'll have skins in the future, but the basic one gets to me right now. Copacabana Neath, I don't know what the hell that skin's called, but that's just how you will know it. And then Lunar Tango Shong-O. Alright, when you began the channel, did you ever see a future where you could make a living solely off YouTube videos and Twitch streaming? No, and I still don't. It doesn't seem like it's going to get that way, because I would need to like kind of triple or quadruple my efforts to make it that way, to live comfortably. I kind of need my full-time, very high-paying job. Yeah, that's the thing. Let's see. With which god have you made your first penta? I don't remember the penta god. I just know that there was one game I got 2 pentas in a row with Thanatos and Assault. I just murdered them, died to the tower, respawned, and murdered all of them again. And I did it single-handedly because they wiped my team. I went in, I killed them all. Then my team respawns. I died to tower to get some items. Their team wipes my team again. I come back. I wiped all of them again. They surrendered, but that was 2 pentas. I was pretty happy. So moving on, it's about all I remember. Does knowledge bring desperation? Desperation for what? No? Okay. When is Malice better than Deathbringer? Whenever you want it to be. It's all on you, really. Malice is good, does tick damage, which it overall deals more damage than Deathbringer, but Deathbringer also increases the damage on certain things, which is more instantaneous, so you can do a better burst. But if you like the tick damage, you can go with Malice. Do you like music? What is your favorite genre of music? Music's a really hard thing for me. Music comes down to, like, it's just too hard. Usually if like I like an artist's music, it's like one song, and then I hate everything else they do. I could like songs from every genre, but it's like that one song, but then I like none of the genre. I'm picky, I'm sorry. Video game music is also a bad way to generalize it, because there's a lot of video game music I don't like. Orchestrated music I like, techno, everything. I like everything up to a point that depends on the specific song, to which it's not a lot of them. If you could change one thing in your life, what would it be and why? I would change absolutely nothing, because then I wouldn't be where I'm at. Simple as that. Who is your favorite diamond god? Poseidon. Will there be more The Binding of Isaac videos in the future? Well, there was one yesterday. Are you a dank 1v1 master? I never understood people's overuse of the word dank. I am Season 1, Season 2 Masters, Season 3 Diamond, to which I am deprived of because of a terrible matchmaking system. Apparently I can only fight one Grandmaster, who has just been the only human being on for me apparently, who I only ever fight, ever. So I just stopped. About 16 games with them, I was kind of like, yeah, this TP system kind of fucks up. So I'm waiting for them to fix that so I can play multiple Grandmasters instead of just one, because that makes no sense. How much has your real family supported you? In and out. Family to me has been on and off. They supported me when I needed them. They gave me a little bit of help. There are a lot of times where the help was not there when I needed it as well. They did help me. I wouldn't be where I'm at without it, but also I had to kind of crawl through the dirt for most of the way. And the best thing my family's ever done to support me was leave me alone. And I say that out of love, because a lot of the things family has done to me through the years is just caused me a lot of frustration. You know, family expectations and how you should live your life and this and that. Me and my family just don't see eye to eye. I'm the black sheep. So with that being said, things I do are either not good for them, and I never understand why they're mad at me. Maybe because I didn't thank them for that small gift I got. I didn't write them a letter. I didn't do something. Didn't follow up. I never called them for. It's like I'm a recluse, and you're mad at me for sitting back and doing what I do. But I come at your every whim, and you're mad at me. And then they think the only thing I'll respond to is money, which never has been a thing. I just detest going out, but money is a good incentive. But I've always done everything with it without the thought that I was going to get paid. So it's just kind of this... I'm a black sheep to my family, and am okay with that, and I don't hate them. I love them very much, but I don't feel that love back. I know my father loves me very much. My mother loves me very much. Me and my sister never saw eye to eye. I'm pretty sure we would duke it out if we saw each other ever again. One of my brothers is dead. Both my other brothers are doctors who just don't have time for me. We don't also see eye to eye. I mean, my family's pretty broken. But I love them all. Like, my uncle is, okay, one of my uncles is a major family man. One of my uncles is, I wouldn't call him autistic, but he's got a bit of a handicap where his mind is locked into the psyche of a, like, 6-year-old, so he's always thinking really young. He's a real nice guy. I love my uncle. I see him occasionally because he's the only one who lives close to me, but I also wish that I could be with him more. It's hard to be around him sometimes, and it's hard on him, but I love him very much, and he too is like me, a black sheep, and even us two don't stick together. We're very different people. I'm too busy to be with him all the time. He wants to hang out all the time, but I can understand why. But again, it comes down to I spend what time I can. I buy things for him if I can. And I hope to do better for him. Like, he invited me to go to a convention. I would have loved to have gone, but I had work and I couldn't take the time off work to go. So I felt bad because he even offered to pay, and I felt like I let him down a bit. And hopefully maybe in the future sometime I can earn enough money that I can miss out on work without pay, and just move on and spend some time with him. What hobbies and skills do you have? I collect things, I game and collect games, anything game related. This isn't even the whole collection, it's just what I fit on the desk over here. The small amiibos make it really easy to collect them. The Smite figures, this one's Ymir, someone was asking about it earlier. If you guys didn't see, Ymir is in there. There you go. Don't want as much glare on that. Essentially, my hobbies have to do with video games. My whole life revolves around them. I've got video game books and everything video games. Skills, video games. I'm very intellectual and I can understand things to a good extent. I'm very, like, in job interviews, people are like, I'm a fast learner. No, I am a fast learner. I pick up games like that, and it's because I'm used to changing mechanics and the way my brain kind of ties things together and I learn things. It's easy to say that I am antisocial because of this, because I try to pick people apart logically instead of emotionally and socially, which I really should, but I don't, and people are socially weird to me because I'm a black sheep still, whatever. Did you attend college? If so, which one? Oh my god, I've talked so bad about my college. I'm not going to say what my college is, but yes, I did go to college, and a lot of people have been asking me about college and saying, I'm going to this college. And I want to let you guys know who have asked me that. That was the college I went to, and I don't recommend it. Mostly because I paid $56,000 for a useless degree I'll never use in my life. I'm not even going to make video games off it, and that's what I went to go do. That's the bachelor's I have. I can make video games, and now I don't make video games. And it's mostly because I went down the wrong path. Like, they don't tell you that. No, they're like, go ahead, sign up for game design. It's great, it's fantastic. And then at the end of the career, yeah, nobody's going to hire you. This is one of the hardest things to do because everybody does it. But if you were a programmer, that'd be a totally different story. And I was like, this far into the program, and now you tell me. So if you're going to learn anything to do with video games, boys and girls, if you want a good job and make it guaranteed, because they make the most, programmers, because you do all the work. You make it possible for things to even happen, though yes, you don't brainstorm the idea, you make it happen. You make the reality come. And it's not like you can't come around and just make reality yourself. I mean, like, if you learn to game design after you've learned to program, you could program the game, and then learn to game design, which then you design the game, program it yourself, get an artist on the side, maybe a sound guy, and bada bing, bada boom, you got a good game going for you. Or learn to do everything yourself, just make the game, become a badass indie developer. That's the thing. Do you mind coaching me in the future? I mean, I coach everybody as much as I can every day. I mean, why do you think I wouldn't do that for you? Anyways, how do you manage to keep up with everything else you have to do? Sleep, shop? Oh, good question. This one's good. I don't keep up with anything, and I'm very bad at everything that I do. I get 2 to 3 hours of sleep. I'm late to work all the time. I get in trouble constantly, but because of the work that I do and how I do it, I'm willing to stay late and make up and do all the extra work and work extra hours. I kind of make up for that part, but sleep, my mental condition, I guarantee you, comes from the lack of sleep and extreme stress and depression that I have, but I get some of it, a little bit of it. Shopping is like, I have to do it during my lunchtime and break, and I don't shop for much because I have a very strict diet right now. It's silly as hell, but, I don't know if I want to say it. Okay. It's as silly as this. I get a 900 calorie meal from Panda Express every single day unless I choose a day that I want to just, eat a whole bunch. After that 900 calorie meal, I come home and then I stream, do everything I gotta do, and right before going to sleep, I eat about like a 300 calorie snack from anything like ramen, small bowl of cereal, or popcorn if I have to. So essentially I keep my diet at a very low 1,300 calories, which helps me lose weight. Started this whole thing at 230 and I've dropped down to 201. We're doing pretty good. I've lost quite a bit of weight from starting YouTube, and I think it's gonna just keep getting better because I don't exercise ever. So to lose the weight and feel like I'm losing the weight, I feel pretty good. So any hobbies? I like going out to the bar. I have to stop streaming and I don't even have time to do that. Like I leave to the bar, spend a couple hours there, get drunk, come back, fall asleep, and start streaming again. It's a never-ending cycle. Do you play any other games instead of Smite? What are your favorite games to play besides Smite, and any plans to soon for other games too? Yeah, I do. I'm just gonna leave it at that. What is your least favorite god skin? That's a hard question. I can't answer that myself because that would take way too much thought to go through every god because I'm just that analytical bastard. But if you guys want to let me know what your favorite or least favorite skin is, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know your thoughts on that. What is the passives or passives you think are most annoying? Kali's freaking passive is the most annoying passive in the game. What do you wish was still in Smite from the launch? Being I wasn't in Smite from the launch, I have no idea. Which of all mythologies do you like more and why? Norse mythology is my favorite mythology out of all mythologies because it's like badass. It's probably why Smite was made in the first place. What is your favorite video game character of all time? He's right there. How are you so good at Smite? This is a very good question that a lot of people ask me, and it has to do with my extreme history of video games. When you play video games back from when I was a kid, they train you to get good at reactions in video games. You learn to get good at all games when you play these games, because then when you go into the next game, that game is much more difficult. If you ever played Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, Castlevania, Mega Man, all those games like kind of hone your skills. That way when you come into games like this, you're just already prepared. You already understand how to grasp mechanics, how they work, frames, and all this mumbo jumbo that we can get into, but essentially because I play so many difficult games and have beaten them all, I got good at Smite really fast because it's no different. Actually, I think Smite's a lot easier to play than a lot of the old games I used to play. Alien Soldier's a bitch. Do you have any pets? If yes, what is it? Yeah, myself, because I am locked in my own cage, and that's about all I got. When did you start playing with Sam the Dude? Are you actually friends with him, and do you enjoy playing with other YouTubers? We met Sam the Dude like 2 months after I started YouTube, and we are not actual real in life shake his hands friend. I have shook his hands at the SWCs, but I don't know him in real life. I just kind of bumped into him that one time at the SWCs. We played a couple games together. We have the ability to say hi to each other. And do I enjoy playing with other YouTubers? Yeah, I enjoy that about as much as I enjoy playing with you guys. I mean, it's just another person on the other side of the screen, just like I am. I'm no special person here. So it's like playing with friend, and you guys are all like friends to me, so this and that. Which season was your favorite season? Third season actually is pretty good. I do find the chin size meta maybe a little annoying and a couple of the items need to go, but it's not as cancerous as Heartseeker in season 1 or the... Oh, God. Crits of season 2. Who you son of a bitch. Alright, would you rather eat pudding that tastes like dog shit or dog shit that tastes like pudding? I mean, that's a no-brainer. It's dog shit that tastes like pudding. Because, why not? It tastes like pudding. You actually want to eat the shit that tastes bad or the shit that tastes good? Terrible question. Terrible question. It's such an obvious answer. What's your plan for the next year of life for YouTube? New games and dropping Smite. It's coming. It's coming very slowly. I'm not going to drop Smite 100%. We will always be doing at least a Smite video. I will never drop below that unless circumstances call that I no longer like Smite and I just want to get rid of it. But for now, the idea is just to cut back on Smite and do other video games and reviews. That's what I want to do. Do you plan on going pro in Smite, or will it continue to be something you do mainly here? Okay, well, I'm just assuming that he's asking if okay, so yes, I'm going to remain as a YouTube Smite player because I'm not an SPL player and I don't have the time to commit to the training and the practice and the regiment. Plus, I've got a mental condition that I've already said. I've never dropped out of rank for that. Why would I go to a competitive season? I did join a Conquest team, yes, but they are not SPL worthy yet. But when they hit that point, I will likely drop off because they will replace me with someone better. But up until that point, I'm just having fun with the damn game. That's all it is. What are your plans for the future? Will you ever consider playing other Smite YouTubers and collabs? Okay. For all you wonderful people that want me to collab with anybody, you bring them to this video. Right to this moment. You just cut straight here and you tell them, watch this. And for you YouTubers who want to see me, as long as you have 1,000 subscribers, I'm more than happy to collab with you, but you gotta understand, you gotta go by my schedule, and I don't mean to be a rude dick about it, but I can't like wake up early. I'm at work for all the other times that I'm not available. So 6 to 8 o'clock is before my stream starts. I can do it during stream, and that won't be a YouTube collab because I can stream us together, but I won't be able to record that, being I keep the two separate. So if you want to be a part of my YouTube, 6 to 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, I can try to squeeze stream in earlier or later to help you out. I'm up till at least midnight my time, which is Pacific time, and if you want to work something and we can, weekends I'm completely free. You just need to let me know when. Just tell me and I'll be there and we can make something happen, whether it's a collab on guides, collab on some montage you want to do, a collab on let's just duel each other. I don't care, just come at me, I'll do whatever. Frick. If you were one of Raijin's drums, would you let him band and smash you? What? Band and smash? That if I was a drum, I would be drummed upon. If that answers your question. How long do you play Smite in a day? Not very long anymore. I used to play like 4 to 7 hours a day. I dropped down to like 1 hour a day. It's bad. Just because I just don't have the time to play Smite all the time. What guy would you like Hydraz to retool to make them more competitive and more fun to play? Oh man, I don't know. Arachne? Yeah, she needs another rekit. Did you go to college? We already answered that. Yes. What was your favorite, best god, least favorite god? What was your favorite and best god and least favorite and god you are worst at? What is your most worst hated god? Oof. Just check the top 5 lists I did for the 2015. That'll help you out. Will you come to DreamHack here in Sweden? No! SPL players are assholes. And not all of them, that's a very generalization, but they know who I'm talking about and they were just dicks to me. To support everything that they do, not gonna happen. I will go to SWCs, and that is not to support them, but to come see you guys and just have a little bit of fun. But after what had happened, I'm pretty anti-SPL right now, just because I don't feel like that world is worthy. It's just, that is a competitive world of dicks who can stay that way and stay on that side, and I'll stay over here and keep my community right where it's at. I particularly don't want to support them anymore, but I think I have an idea on how I want to approach this when I do go to SPLs, or the SWC. I will pick a team to which does not contain one of the people that I consider to be just a complete asshole, and I'll support them in every way that I can in order to hope that they will crush the opposing team, which, to be honest and to be fair, I believe I can do that because I got it covered, no worries. In the end, though, DreamHack actually should be going on now, by the time this video is up, so I do apologize for very late response for that. And back then I still probably would have said no because I wouldn't be able to actually truly afford it, but if I had the money to go, if I had the time, I would say no, I don't support that kind of thing anymore. I used to be happy for the people there, but it's not a place that I ever want to consider, putting any of my money towards. So you guys can continue to support it any way you want. I don't hate or like you anymore for doing what you like, but for me personally, I have no reason to support it. If you have Pokemon, if you were a Pokemon, what would you be called? They're like written weird, so I gotta re-say. And also, will I marry you? A, you gotta be over the age of 18 for me to marry you. B, we should at least have sex maybe once before I consider that. I mean, yeah. 3, if I were a Pokemon, I would be called TydeTyme, because that sounds like a Pokemon name already. Who is your favorite god who came out in the late 2015 or 2016? Check out my 2015 list, that'll help you out. Oh, who came out? Kyron. Other than YouTube, what's your favorite hobby? Playing video games. What tattoos do you think you would get both sober and if you were crazy drunk? None. I actually have a great distaste for tattoos, period. I just don't like tattoos. And again, this comes out of the, it's okay if you get tattoos because again, it's your life, you do what you want with your body, you live life. But if you're trying to attract me and be like, oh, I want him to, and I don't know why you would, but if for some reason, I don't like tattoos. They always are a bad omen to me, and I can't help but get all the negativity around them out of my mind. So for me, my body is going to just remain clean from needles in general. As far as tattooing goes, no tattoos whatsoever, even while I'm drunk. I don't think anyone can convince me otherwise unless you drug me, which I think that is like borderline rape. Okay, anyways. Unfortunately, we are at 26 minutes and maybe a little over, and I cannot keep you guys here forever. I do appreciate you guys for asking me all these questions. We'll be doing the raffles for the next 2 items, which is 400 gems and a PS4 card, which no one has claimed the previous PS4 card. So hopefully they get on that. Somebody better flag me down for that card, because if you don't collect that in a month, I'm putting it on Twitter. And you ain't getting it back. I promise. And on top of that, I do love you guys very much. I like to do these Q&As, not for views, but because it helps me bond with you guys. For 50,000 subscribers when we did this originally, I didn't cry in the 50,000 subscriber video, and here's the truth. I didn't cry, and I think I already said this before, because this is really bittersweet. I'm trying to separate the community. I'm trying to break away from a very toxic, very terrible community and take what is really my community and leave. It's a hard thing to say, but it's the truth. The Smite community has been nothing but, like, god-awful. And that's not everybody, but that's a good majority. And everybody who's good in there is doing great, fantastic, and I don't want to particularly just outright abandon them, but I have my own community to work out and expand with. So with that being said, we're already losing tons of Smite players, and we're gaining real Tide community. And I don't hate the Smite players. I don't hate them at all. I don't. It's just Smite is not the only thing that I do. And I remember a few comments back, somebody actually was very upset with me for starting putting other videos up, and they outright said this channel is now nasty, and they unsubscribed that day just because I put other video games up with my Smite content. Because they want me to be pure Smite. And I don't want to be pure Smite. It's not worth it. There's a limitation when it comes to Smite, and that's unfortunate, but that comes for any one game. One community is limited. Not everybody who plays Smite comes to YouTube. Not everybody who, is part of that Smite community enjoys my content. So I need to also branch out to several other communities and bond with my community. I need to make the Tide community something that is a nice thing to look at instead of constantly wondering if sometimes it's even worth putting these videos up. And to be honest, I like if I drop down back to 1,000 viewers, because the people who watch the other videos, there's only like 1,000 or 2,000 of you. So if that's my real viewership, I would rather my subscriber count drop back down to 2,000, just so I have my 2,000 people that actually care. And again, if you're the Smite player who actually cares, then you're still a part of the community, and I'm not going to stop Smite anytime soon. I don't want anyone to feel alienated. I just want people to also know how I feel about the current situation that our communities are in. Smite has just become a non-fun more toxic realm that I've done my best to support positivity in a community, and to just watch people be like, I don't want to be positive. I've had people say, can I purposely be negative and, you know, you be okay with it? I'm like, no, why are you trying to get people to have a bad day just so you can have fun? And I don't know if that's a childhood mentality nowadays, but, you know, it is what it is, and we'll take it as it is. And I appreciate you all very much. Love you all for supporting me. I love you all for watching this video all the way through. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, ladies and gentlemen, good game.